How do you communicate your needs without feeling like you nagging?
Because nobody likes a nagger. Like,
Why are you saying it like that?
that's what it said. It's called, ain't it?
It's the way you saying it though.
Nagger. Like, oh
Right.
my bad, nagging. Because I like to pronounce my word, pronunciate my word. Nagger. Like nobody wants a nagger. Like
It sounds like you're trying to say something else, but I
give
digress.
me a sign, no naggers.
Hey y'all, I'm Kiki Hunter.
What's good, people? I'm Mark Hunter.
Welcome
Welcome
to
to
the
the
Hunt
Hunt
Life
Life
Podcast.
Podcast.
We created this podcast to give a real view of life as millennials navigating the world.
Real life discussions about the struggles our generation go through from family, love, and everyday life.
What's good, people's Hunt here.
Hey, Alice Kiki.
Welcome to the Hunt Life Podcast. On this episode, we got a question for you.
How do you communicate your needs without feeling like you nagging?
But before we get into that, this is episode 49. No stars. What?
You right, because I looked up 49
Like,
on the past episode. It was accident on 48. I was looking at 49, so actually that's not wrong.
Nobody. So, like, hey, we just here another episode. This is going to be the last episode before we decide to take another break, a little hiatus for a little bit, but we will be back.
So
So,
gonna be dropping the snippets from past episodes y'all missed.
yeah, you still can look for us to
Look
upload stuff
down
on
memory
Thursday.
lane.
Back down memory lane.
Hey, that's good.
So yeah, we still gonna do that. We still got y'all. We not gonna like just disappear altogether. So before we get into the episode, how was your week? How was your speaking event? Because that's something that you did the past week. So I want to hear about that.
It was good. It was really good. But 2 days of like talking and socializing. Not even talking. It was the socializing part for me, child. Like this is when I keep telling y'all I'm really introverted. I don't like to be out, but I will. I can play the part very well. It's not that I'm faking it. It's like I do get energized, especially when I'm in the right environment with the right people. But when I tell y'all I slept for 2 days after that, like Sunday and Monday was nothing but sleep for me. Like, baby, it was like 11, 12 o'clock. I was still asleep in the bed, dead to the world. Like,
and she went to sleep at like 12 o'clock.
I was asleep like
11:30, 12 o'clock.
On the money. Like, I was putting them kids to bed, taking a shower, and going to bed. I was tired. In 2 days, I had to like really recoup from. Like, the socializing took me out. But it was a really cool event. I'm happy I got to be a part of it again. And just to see the people that came and invested and were vulnerable and the people we were able to work through stuff with, it was like a blessing to see. Because like I feel like being in the coaching thing and like trying to help people like improve their life, I feel like you don't always get to see like the benefits of your work, if that makes sense. Like, because it's so much trial and error, and then there's so many people, as humans, we feel with a bunch of emotions, and it's like a big fight all the time. So you don't really get to like see the accomplishments of it and like see like, okay, it is something happening here, like the good parts of it, the good sides of it, more so to speak. So to see people like be vulnerable and feel like they lived and they was able to like release things that they were holding on to and like have a different outlook and left on a positive note, and was ready for help and ready to take on like new things and new areas in their life. Like I think that was like really dope to see. And then just the people and the networking and stuff like that. Like I think it was just like it was a cool experience. I'm glad I did it again and I was able to push through because that week was weekend. To really just like hone in and get it done. So yeah, it was cool. I'm grateful for the experience.
That's what's up.
How was your week?
I mean, it was cool. I finally made the right decision, I feel like, and made a website for my business. So I feel like
you got
that was
clarity, yep.
confirmation, and I think that was like a major milestone
It was.
when it comes to like being a business owner,
Mm-hmm.
because it was the whole like leaving from just focusing on just doing like paying other people, i.e., like different websites to just have my stuff on there and just hosting it versus actually like investing and going on doing it myself so I can cater it to the way that I want and I can be able to see like all my traffic and everything that I need. So besides that, I mean, everything else been cool.
Yeah, because we was trying to do all the stuff at the same time. So it But no, now it's MrHuntLocals.com.
Mm-hmm.
Very simple.
Straight to the point.
Yeah.
My domain. So
no, it was a milestone. It was dope. So that's
mm-hmm.
cool.
Because now if you use it, I get the copyright infringement your ass. But I digress. I will not be too toxic right now. Maybe for later on. But let's get into the episode.
Okay.
It's about communicating without trying to be a nagger. Because nobody likes a nagger. Like,
why are you saying it like that?
That's what it said. It's called, ain't it?
It's the way you saying it though.
Nagger? Like, oh, my bad. Nagging. Because I like to pronounce my word, pronunciate my words. Nagger. Like, nobody wants a nagger. Like,
it sounds like you're trying to say something else, but I digress.
give me a sign. No naggers. No naggers allowed. I feel like with that, it's complicated. It's complicated because, well, one, if you don't understand your spouse, then you'll feel like your spouse is nagging about everything. And then two, because some of the stuff that y'all ask for us to do can sound like it's nagging.
Who is y'all?
Like women in general.
Like, he just, yeah. Who
like
is y'all?
women in general. Like some of the stuff that y'all say, I guess because the way that y'all say it sounds very like you're nagging. Because nagging can go multiple ways. Like it's the whole trying to tell me what I need to do, or like you being too persistent when you asking me to do some stuff, and it's like, but then you're gonna still do it yourself. So it's like you nagging me to go do something, but you're gonna do it on your own.
Yeah, because you're taking too long.
See, that's the thing. See, that leads into I needed for you to say that so it can lead into my next follow up thing. Mm-hmm. The thing about that is, I'm not your child.
That's fine. I'm not asking you to be.
Oh no, but when you say stuff certain ways, it's like you're trying to son me.
No, that's how you view it.
Yeah, because when you say things a certain way, you sound like you're trying to son me.
This sounds like that's your trauma speaking.
That's all men in general. We don't want you to son
it's all that's your own trauma and ego.
It's not about an ego
thing.
It
is because I think it comes from your perspective. Because if I'm telling you, I think here's the thing. Because some women do is very demanding and everything they want done, they want it done right this second. I think you have to communicate the urgency. If it's something that you are needing now or you need done today, I think you need to clarify that. But if it's not something that needs to be attended to, like in like no specific time frame, then you can leave it. But I do think it is in the way that you say it. Mm-hmm. But I also think it's part of how you say it, and the other part is how the other person perceives it. I think that goes into people's love language. Yeah. So some people are very direct, like, hey, I need this done, I need this done. Like I'm so busy, and my thing is in my mind, I have a lot of things going on. So once I say something, I tell them that all the time.
Things you want me to do.
I'm over it. I've said it. I moved on. Right? So if I come back and double back to that and it's not done, I'm kind of like, what happened? Because I know I said it. Or did I not say it? Because sometimes I be tripping. I be like, I think I said something and I didn't. Or I said it out loud to myself and I forgot to say it to him. So now I'm like, okay, well, what had happened? And what was happening was I wasn't given a time frame on when I wanted it done, right? So he was like, okay, to get to it. Mark has I'm gonna get to it when I get to it, and sometimes that don't work for me because you get into it 3 days from now. I'm in my mind, I'm trying to get this done tomorrow, and I don't have time to be waiting on you. And if I gotta wait on you, I'm gonna do it myself. Don't worry about it. Like, and then when I stop asking you to do stuff, you're like, well, you could have just said something, yeah, but you taking your sweet time and you not even doing it. So
See that, but that be the assumption. See, that's the problem with women right there. Yeah, because
Wow.
I mean, you're doing it like
Doing what?
you're not nagging, but you're letting the conversation flow. And once you letting it flow, I'm just letting you get it all out, and then it's like, let me like counteract that. That's the problem with women right there, because it's like, y'all are mamas, we get it, but you're not my mama, fam. Like, I
Why
will
does it
do
keep
it.
going back to your mother? It has nothing to do with me trying to control you. It's you're affecting my schedule. Like, I'm trying to get something done, and I'm asking for your help to get this thing done. I'm not trying to control you, but I can't move on sometimes to the next task until this. So I'm on a time limit. Like,
So are you saying that women have a very my way or the highway mentality?
some do, but I think some do. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, no, yeah, some women do have a like. It's very much so my way or the highway. But I think men need to understand that sometimes it's literally because this affects what I'm trying. Like, I'm trying to get something done for the whole house, and you not understanding. Because then you gonna come and be like, well, why wasn't it done? Well, it wasn't done because I asked you to help me do this, and you didn't, and now you looking at me crazy. Okay, well, you didn't do it, so that's why it's not done.
So do you feel like that's like a toxic trait of women,
No, I think
to have a very my way or the highway
it's
mentality?
not okay. So if I say, because I'm trying to think of something that I might ask you to do.
That's not hard.
Why it's not hard?
Because you always asking me to do some shit.
Like, ain't nobody always asking you to do stuff.
Cap.
When was the last time I asked you to do something?
Bro, you just sitting up in here screaming earlier today talking about it's a bug in here. Like,
You think that's different? It was a bug. Like, what is that? Like, somebody finna get it. Like, it's 3 boys in this house. I'm not finna be, somebody come get it. I don't really care who, but somebody needs to come get it. Like, what is this? If I ask you, I'm really trying to think of something I could talk, but because I can't, because now if I really need him to do something, okay, so let's say when we first started the podcast, right?
mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, I need you to edit the video. Now in my mind, like, because Mark, he's like, okay, but now he's still gonna do when he want to do it. If I'm like, okay, we dropped Thursday, I particularly like to have the edits so I can start dropping the clips, like, so I can start getting the clips by Wednesday so I can kind of know. And now it's more about Tuesday because I like to do the teasers, right, on Wednesday and then go into Thursday. So if I'm saying, okay, I might tell him on Saturday, like, or Sunday, hey, I need you to go ahead and edit
But see,
the
that's the
podcast.
thing.
No, because
Because this the thing. Most of the time, 9 times out of 10, I edit the podcast
not
on
all the
Sunday.
yeah, but not all
But
the
if it's
time.
busy, then I don't edit. I don't get a chance to edit it until Tuesday.
Not all the time.
It's very seldomly that I edit it on Wednesday. But if I'm editing it on Wednesday, that's because it's been very busy, so I had no choice but to do it on.
It's sometimes. Mark, you work on Mark. Don't you work very much on your schedule?
Because my life is very schedulely oriented.
But you work on your schedule, and sometimes, like, I try to tell him, sometimes that don't work for my schedule.
So
right?
It's my way or the highway.
It's not my way
We're
or the
going back to
highway.
this
It's not my
therapy
how
question.
is it my way or the highway?
Because if I don't do my job ahead of time, then you can't do your job.
But I can I not? Because then you're gonna be like, well, why wasn't no promotion done? It's like, because I didn't get the clips. So now I'm rushing to get them done on Thursday, but realistically, the episode already dropped. I'm not gonna get it done until the clip. I have to review them. I have to go through. I have to edit. That takes time. So it might be 2-3 days before I get back to it. And now we about to drop another episode and ain't no promotion been done. Now you're looking at me like, well, I dropped the ball, but did I? Because I asked you to get it to like, could you get it done? And you took your time instead of. So now I'll say, can we like? Is it possible that I could get it done by Monday so I could start? Because the thing is with him doing the episodes, it'll take him all day, and it's not because it takes him all day, but to upload it from the computer that takes hours.
Mm-hmm.
So he can start it on Tuesday, but let's say he started Tuesday afternoon, he probably won't get it uploaded all the way until Tuesday night. So now I'm going into Wednesday before I can even upload the clip and start going through them and edit. So now I'm not gonna get none of the clips until possibly Thursday. Now I gotta figure out how to schedule them, which ones I want to go where. Now it's Friday. Because that's not the only thing that I'm finna zoom in and focus on. I have 3 businesses. Like, I'm still his assistant. So I'm still answering telephone calls. I'm still scheduling cars. I'm homeschooling, so I got kids. Medicines and speech therapy. I still have to cook dinner, clean the house. You schedule, I'm scheduled. So I need this done. And I only say that if I know it's a busy week for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, is
So
it
you're
possible?
saying that we need to communicate a actual schedule for the podcast stuff?
At the beginning, yeah. Because I think it was more of a thing at the beginning.
Yeah.
And I had to explain, like, it's not like I'm just like, you need to do it, but I'm telling you why. And I think sometimes I think guys perceive it as, because again, I'm not saying all women. Some women do. A lot of women do have it's on my way or the highway. I don't feel like that was ever my intent, but I'm very scheduled. I've always been a scheduled person. So I have things in my mind that I need to do by certain times. And if they don't get done, I don't know when I'm gonna come back to it because I tell them all the time I've moved on. So that thing got pushed to the back of the list. So the back of the list could be later today, or the back of the list could be 3 days from now. You choose if you want to miss. Like because if I don't, and I do that because I tell women all the time to get your life organized, you need to have a schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a part of it. That was never my intent. But when you would take it, like, I'm gonna do it like I'm not your mom. I'm not trying to be. But what you're doing it is I'm depending on you right now. So like now you're messing up my schedule. And I feel like I'm giving you enough time to do it. But if it's something, now I did have to realize if it's something I really needed him to do today, you got to say that. And I think a lot of
you
women
gonna
don't
tell me
say,
that, so it's like
yeah,
gonna get it done now so we can get it out the way.
Yeah.
And I think that was the part that like helped it out, because at first
early
it
in the
just
relationship,
seemed
they
like
used to drive
that
me nuts.
you just want me to do it directly when you want me to do it. Like, drop everything I'm doing at this moment and do it. And it's like, well, that's kind of sort of not how it works.
Yeah.
Because like I still got to upload it to the computer. Once I upload it to one computer, then I got to transfer it over to the other computer.
Mm-hmm.
Then on top of transferring over to the other computer, I got to find me something to watch while I'm in the process of doing it. So, and then not only just that, on top of that, like, through the process of it, some of the time saying God want me to come in there, play the game with him, or he want me to interact with him. So it's like it's still doing that. Or most of the time when I get ready to start editing, 9 times out of 10, like I done woke up that morning, I done cleaned the bathroom, I done did stuff with the boys. So I'm like, all right, let me go in there and edit, because that's like a routine to a certain extent.
Yeah. No, but even like at the beginning of the relationship, I think it used to burn me up. I think that was just like probably like the most recent
thing
in like the past couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
But like at the beginning of the relationship, it really used to burn me up because I'm like, what happened? Right? And that's when I learned. I tell women all the time, you have to be specific because men only hear certain things. Like I feel like y'all only zoom in on certain things. So you could say, hey, can you wash the dishes? Right? And he was like, yeah, okay. You didn't, and then like, you go into tomorrow, you wake up, let's say you getting ready to go to work, and you look and the dishes is still in there, and you like, what the hell? I thought I asked you to wash dishes, he didn't do it.
But I
And
am
now,
going to watch
yeah, and
them.
so it's like he's like, I'm gonna do it, and now y'all arguing about, well, when you gonna do it? Because I asked you this last night, and the whole thing was you didn't tell him when you wanted it done. Like, hey, is it possible that you could wash the dishes tonight? Because if you wanted them done specifically in a time frame, then you have to say that. Because again, I think it goes back to understanding that your spouse is not a mind reader.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of women, we sometimes forget that y'all are not mind readers, but I think men do it as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I think because men are, I think it is ego a lot of the times. Like, well, you're not my mom, I'm not trying to be like, that's not even what this is.
It's not an ego thing. It depends on how you say it.
I think
It's not
sometimes.
majority of the time. It's depending on how you're saying it. Because there's ways to say every single thing. Like there's ways to say it, but it's like, I told you to take out the trash. All right, first of all, you're not my mama. I'm gonna take out the trash in a second. It's the way that you say it. Cause it's like, all right, I wanted you to take out the trash like right now. You could have said like, you could take out the trash right now. Instead of just, I told you to take out the trash. Yeah, I get you already told me that, but bro, I
But
could,
that's what I'm saying. I think that's where
like
it
it
comes
comes down
from.
to, it's multiple ways that you can say it to where it doesn't sound like that you're nagging or you sounded like somebody's mother.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I think we forget to put a time frame of when we want these things done because you're expecting them to kind of read your mind like, oh, I'm just gonna assume that you want it done now, or okay, I'm gonna do it when I want to, right? And then for some women, they will be like, and I can see why, but some women don't always just say it nicely either. Like they can tell you to do something and be like, well, because I know a lot of women have the complaint of, I always got to tell you. And it's like, well, yeah, you got to tell him because how else will he know? Right. And
I think that's a big problem too.
well,
Because to say that women like to communicate, y'all damn sure don't like to communicate important stuff. If it's important to y'all, like that y'all really want us to do some shit or get something done, y'all want us to reach our mind.
I agree with that.
And it's like, y'all supposed to be so smart, so communicate that shit. Like what this is when you're supposed
I
to
don't think
show
that
that you're
they're
smart.
not
Like
communicating. I think it's the way that they're communicating incorrectly. Because again, women use a lot of words.
to
So
tell
that's
it
why I
to tell it
tell women
what's the
to
word?
stop using so many words. Just
Telepathic.
tell him what you need and when you need it and move on. Because you have to, because y'all, I feel like men are simple minded, and I mean that in absolutely no
No, we are.
shade.
Like, no, we are.
And
We don't need all the extra jibber jabber. We very black and white.
yeah, like
It's
so,
very straight
too
to the
many
point.
words, you lose them.
Yeah.
Like it's too
Unless it's
much.
something interesting. But if it's not something interesting, then it's like, bro, like you said all that to say what? Like
That part you said all that to say what? So that's why I tell women like save all the extra stuff for like when you're talking to your friends about why he getting on your nerves. Keep it to what you want and when you want it done, specific, and move on. Because when you start, that's what makes them feel like that's the nagging part. Me particularly, I don't really care and I'm saying like I don't care from the aspect of if it's something that I'm needing from you, I need it. So I can't be afraid to ask for what I need, and you don't want to get to the point where you feel like you can't depend on your spouse, because at this point, what do I have you here for if I cannot depend on you? This is supposed to be a team thing. So if I'm scared to voice the things that I need from you and I need help and I need you to do these things, then now it's a breakdown in the relationship.
over
Because
trash.
now
Like
over trash.
cause boys
Now
should
I
go
feel
take
like
the
men
trash out.
taking like yelling at somebody for taking the trash out. As a man, I feel like that's something you see that trash for.
Man, it got 3 more push downs before we can go outside.
Yeah, but you don't know that if this is when it goes to knowing your spouse. Some people can like that's fine, whatever. Some people can't. They like it's full, take it out, right? Some people just have a thing of they take it out every day. I don't think it's an issue. I just think it needs to be communicated.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, I like the trash taken out every day. Is that possible that you could do it at the end of every day? And if you say no, then that's a conversation that y'all need to have. Like, okay, well, I'll take it out some days and you take it out some days. Y'all might have to compromise on it. I just think as a man on certain stuff, it's the way your household should run. Me personally, I'm not gonna argue with you no trash. It'll sit there. It will, because if I have, the only way I'm taking out the trash is if life has been lifing. He is extremely busy. I'm not seeing him as much because sometimes it's him. And it's just like he forgot, he's up, he gone, he was finna be gone, and I can't deal with them. Finna make sense to take that because I have too many boys in my house, so I'm just not gonna do it. But let's say the kids was
take
little,
it out, and Maddox will put a bag in it.
Yeah, but let's say they was like younger, because at the point that he was, I'm gonna just take it out. It's not no. Well, why you didn't take the trash out for you left? Well, clearly he busy. He trying to get out the door. I don't. That's a petty argument. I'm just not gonna have. It's just never that deep for me. Like I can do it, but if it becomes a habit, like you don't never take the trash out, like as a man, it's kind of like, okay, well, not saying. And this goes into gender roles. You need to know if your relationship has a gender role. That's something y'all need to know. But if you're gonna communicate your needs, I think it's how you communicate it and not being afraid to communicate it. You might want to work on your delivery.
No, you not might. Nah, you need to work on your delivery.
Sometimes, because again, I can say it as nice as I want to, but if you perceive it to be I'm nagging, then that's just what it's gonna be. It doesn't matter how nicely I say it. You're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Don't ask me no more. Okay, well, I asked you and I said when I needed it done. So now if it's still not done, you're blatantly being disrespectful. So now you need to get over your mama issues. This is how I'm gonna feel. I don't have time for this. Like either you're gonna do it or you're not. And then men be like, well, she don't ask. Why? Because it works both ways. Women will say he doesn't listen when I ask him to do something. And men will say, well, she don't ask me to do nothing.
Nah, yeah, that's true.
And it's like, you need to figure out why she over here being superwoman. Why she feel like she can't ask you communication. For nothing. What have you done to make her feel like she's not gonna depend on you? Because if you in a relationship with a woman who feels like she can't depend on you, you played a role in making her feel like she
not all the time.
If you have
because
been
those
in a
be daddy issues, bro. Not all the time. Not all the time.
That's about long-term relationships.
Still not all the time. Women be having long-term daddy issues too.
Then you should have cut that off a long time ago. That's still part of you, because you should have cut. If you saw that she was unavailable in that area and that is something that you required in a relationship, you should have cut that off or addressed that early on in a relationship.
True, but people be saying that they be blind. Like
that's your problem. Like that is your problem. And for women, you need to figure out why you can't depend on him. What is it about him
into communication
that you feel like? Because if your thing is, well, I don't want him to feel like I'm nagging him. Why would he feel like you're nagging? Is it your? That's why I asked him. Is it your delivery? Mm-hmm. Because sometimes it can be our delivery.
Yeah.
Sometimes it could be you using too many words. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of the times we're using too many words.
And some of the time, dudes just gonna do it at their own pace to a certain extent.
Yeah.
So that's when it comes back into communication. The main thing about the whole, like, trying to fix the whole if she nagging or if he nagging is communication. Like, I think that's a major thing that gets skipped over a lot when it comes to marriages and relationships. People feel like once you talk about the basic stuff or the whole, are we gonna have kids? Are we gonna get married? How we gonna do this? How we gonna do that? Like that's the end of communication. But it's not. It's so much other important communication stuff that you have to talk about that people like gloss over. And I think that's the part that like it stumbles everybody and it messes everybody up, because just like the simple fact of the whole, when you want me to take out the trash, or when you want me to put the Christmas lights up, or when you want me to wash the car, or when you want me to clean the garage up. all these different things go into a communication type situation. Like, because you might want me to go clean the garage up today because you finna do something in the garage later on. But I might want to clean up the garage on the weekend because I have more free time on the weekend. Or even with the Christmas lights, like I might want to put them up on the weekend because, like, yeah, most dudes majority of the time do stuff on the weekend. Unless it's like a holiday, then it's like getting it out the way. You're gonna go cut that grass a couple of days before the holiday. But it's still like a communication thing. Like the most important thing in the relationship, and I feel like this is where everybody drops the ball at, is communication. And I feel like if you can get past the communication hump and understand that you have to communicate, that's how you get into the 5+ years.
Yeah, but I think when telling people to communicate, people gloss over how to communicate.
Yeah, but you
Because people
can't
feel
tell
like, well,
people
I
how to
said
communicate.
it, and it's like, yes, you can. I'm not saying like you can
Like,
tell them
I
like
can't tell
exactly
you that your
how.
spouse can
Yeah,
be the
your
only one
spouse
that can
can
tell
tell
you how
you
to
like
communicate
your
to
love
them.
language. Because again, it has a big thing to do with love language. I was on a TikTok and a lot of things like love language. I was like, yeah, it actually makes a difference because some people, we all are different people coming from our own background. So something as simple as your tone of voice could be a trigger for me. Something as simple as, like, again, a lot of guys go to like, "You're not my mama," because they used to who bossing them around. Their mama been talking to them like that all their life. That is your mother issues talking. That's what I'm saying. No, that's your trauma. That's your mommy issues talking. If every time you hear a demand from a woman, you feel like she's trying to control you, that goes to your issues with your mama. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
It depends on how you're saying it.
If you feel like every time a woman gives you something to do, you instantly go into your mother.
Oh yeah, no,
That
that's
is
a you
your
problem. Yeah,
trauma from your mama issues that are speaking to
yeah,
you.
because
That
you
is
got to be
not
able
that
to
woman's
separate
problem.
it. It's a separation thing
Yeah.
with that, because everything that, like, I think I think a misconception, that's not a misconception. I think a major problem I think that dudes have is communicating to their with their wife or their significant other what is nagging to them.
Yeah.
Because women just blanket throw out that, like, he say I'm nagging, but then you don't really say what he say that you nagging about.
Yeah.
Because some men is very particular, and I feel like those are like some lame ass dudes that'll be like, everything she say is nagging. No, she's not nagging all the time. You just don't understand your woman.
And what are you doing? Again, I think
It goes back
it's
to, do you understand your woman?
Yeah, do you
Because if you
understand
understand your woman, then you can understand if she's actually, when she wants you to actually do some shit.
Yeah.
Because the way that she's gonna say it, it's gonna be like it's gonna be a routine. Like, if she really, really wants you to do some shit, she gonna say it a certain way. If she just wants you to get some shit done within the next couple of days, the next couple of hours, she gonna say it a certain type of way.
Yeah.
Because, like, yeah, y'all say a lot of shit, but on top of y'all saying a lot of shit, y'all say a lot of shit the same way.
Yeah,
So
habits.
it's, yeah, the
Learning
habit.
habits.
That's the word I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
I can say big words, but I can't remember little words. But I digress. Too smart for my own good. But that's the thing about relationships. Everything is a habit. We all have habits in our relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, do you understand your significant other habits so you can know the difference between, is this person nagging or is this person just being them?
Right. Yeah, yeah. And that's that part. Is it nagging, or is she being who she has always shown to be? That's what I'm saying. If your girl talks to you rough and she's been talking, you at this point, why are you constantly being shocked about it? Because if you have not addressed this issue and communicated to her that you don't like to be talked to in that manner, this is a you problem at this point, because you should have said something a long time ago that, hey, I don't really care for that tone. Again, we are all coming in relationships from our own traumas and backgrounds. So again, with the men, like, oh, she's nagging me, don't tell, like, because she asked me to do something, don't keep telling me, don't, like, you're not my mama. okay, well, not trying to be, but if you're gonna feel like everything I say to you is trying to be your mother, then you have mother issues. But at the same time, with women, I think we don't do a good job at communicating our needs correctly. And some women get to a point of they wait until the last minute. And some things could be a question, like for the Christmas holiday, I could be trying to get something or plan something around because I am a scheduler. So I could be like, hey, when are you gonna do it? So that way I can schedule around the time so I can get a time frame. Are you trying to get a time frame? Or is it something you really, really need done? Right? Like you can't move around it, right? Then it's if you can't move around it, then it's like, okay, then you need to communicate when you need it done. You need it done today, you need it done tonight, you need it done within the week. Say that so that way it is no miscommunication in it. But if it's something that you're like, hey, well, when you was gonna cut the grass again? Oh, okay, I was gonna go out there and people getting us a garden. I was gonna go out there and plant something, or I was gonna go out there and put something out there for the kids. So that way y'all are both on the same page. So he knows, okay, if he tells you Saturday and he for some whatever reason can't do it Saturday, he got to come back and communicate like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to do it this day because of X, Y, and Z.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm gonna do it later, or I'm gonna try to do it early. Like y'all communicate that, but you can't drop the ball and be like, oh, I was gonna do it this day. Don't do it that day, and then wonder why she pissed off. You didn't say. You told me a day. You told me a time, and you didn't do it. And then for women, we don't give a time frame. We just say do it, and without understanding, they might not know when to do it, or we do want them to be mind readers. Like for me, early on in a relationship is with the kids more so. Like I could have something going on with Santana. I might be trying to cook dinner or do something around the house, and he may need something, or I'm trying to do multiple things. And I'm like, dang, he don't hear all this pretty much chaos going on in here. He just not going. And it had to dawn on me, shout out to Judge Lynn, you in here doing everything. Did you open your mouth and say, hey, can you come here real quick and do this? It never dawned on me because again, when I hear women say, well, he should just know, sometimes they don't, because they don't know when you need help and when you don't. Especially when you somebody that's kind of like, I'm a little ADHD, so I be all over the place sometimes. I make a lot of random little noises. Like I'm always kind of like answering to myself. Like you just don't never know it's an emergency or like what. So sometimes I have to be like, hey, can you come here real quick? I need this, like, because now I need something right now. Versus waiting on him, be like, you don't hear all this stuff going on in here. I'm trying to cook dinner. I got the baby. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. But then I never opened my mouth and said, can you take the baby? Mm-hmm. Can you and give him something specific, not just like, hey, can you come help? What? Like, take the baby, or can you go and finish dinner, or can you go do you have to specifically say what you need him to go do. Otherwise, they are a little lost. Because like I said, men are just simple. Mm-hmm. Some women can be over demanding. I'm not negating that. But I think everybody needs to have their perspective in check. You need to know how you're communicating to him, and then the way he wants to is that matching the way he wants to be communicated to. And then he needs to make sure that he's not in his own ego and his own trauma, to where he's not hearing what it is that you're needing, and are somewhere along the line both of y'all are dropping the ball. Mm-hmm. Because as a man, it's certain ways that you should want to run your household. And if it's not running like that as a man, you're supposed to say, hey, it's a little chaotic. It's not getting done. Like, what's happening? Like, you have to now, because you the head of your household, you need to lead it. Like, what's going on? We need to get on one accord here.
Yeah,
like,
and if it's communication issues going on in the household, that's when the woman is dropping the ball, because you guys are the communicators. Y'all always talking. Y'all always like feelings and stuff like that. So feelings come with communication.
I don't think it's a role. I don't think it's a specific person's role to communicate, because I don't think it's fair to say all women are communicators. I don't feel like I care to talk a lot about a lot of stuff. Like, I just don't. But if it's it has to really be bothering me. That's why I say I don't care at this point. Because if it's something really bothering me, I'm gonna tell you. I don't care how you about to take it. I'm gonna say it. Now, thank God for growth. I've learned how to come and say, hey, to where it doesn't seem like I'm coming off so aggressive. I've learned how to tone it down and be like, hey, I was kind of feeling like this. So like to where I can go into the situation without blowing it up before he even gets started. Because sometimes we'll walk into it because we're already frustrated about something or the way that something made us feel to where we go in on the defense, which is gonna make you be on the defense. Mm-hmm. If you lead in on like just knowing your partner in a way that's gonna keep them off of their antennas going up and they being on the defense, and when they respond to you defensively, you can more so be like, oh, okay, let me ease into this so he doesn't get on the defense and he can actually hear me out. So now I practice my delivery or how I want to come to him without him taking it on a defense, especially if I'm not meaning to come that way. Now, early on, relationship, like I don't
communication
really
was subpar.
Yeah, by the time I come, I'm like, you tripping. Like, you wilding out here. Like, what's your problem? And now he don't know I have a problem. Like, what the hell is my problem? Because I didn't know it was an issue. Now he like, I'm confused. And I'm like, what you mean you confused? So that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to start to, it is a learning curve. And I think people don't understand it. So it's going to be a learning curve. Mm-hmm. Y'all are not going to always get it right. Frustrations will happen, especially during those times where life is lifing. People have mental health conditions. You might be with somebody who is diagnosed with ADHD. You might be with somebody who is bipolar. You might be like, I'm saying not that y'all are just labeling people like they literally have a clinical diagnosis here. Like it's known.
Yeah, not them dumb labels like
he's
a narcissist.
Yeah, like no, you like actual doctor label has been.
If you was with a real narcissist, you wouldn't even know.
But like if you know they've been diagnosed with depression or bipolar, by being bipolar or ADHD or whatever it is, you also have to take into account that person's condition. Mm-hmm. Because that plays a big role in the relationship too.
Oh yeah, it does. Because I mean, if you a radio boy, you got a lot of work you got to do. But if you're a Forrest Gump, I mean,
why do you do that?
Because those are the two levels.
It's not. It's not though.
It is.
It's not. It is a wide spectrum.
Nah, it ain't.
It is.
Oh, unless you Sling Blade, like
you could be OCD. You could be.
Yeah, but that's not. Yeah, but I'm not talking about them. Those are normal people. They got.
No, you ain't never seen a person with OCD. That's what you're saying. That you think I'm bad, but OCD is crazy work. Like
so you wouldn't
be able to survive with OCD.
No, they wouldn't be able to survive with me.
They wouldn't be with you. You right. You are absolutely right. Because the way you move stuff, ain't no way you doing that with an OCD person because they gonna notice. Drive them people crazy. I had a doctor I used to work for that was OCD, baby. I used to just mess with him just because. But you have to know that about your partner. That's why I said, like, if y'all arguing over trash, you need to like figure out what's the issue. Like, because they could be a little OCD, and you need to know that about yourself. It's something that's not so. Ignoring the problem is not going to make it disappear.
No, it doesn't.
You can't say, well, she gonna get with the program. No, the hell she not. Y'all just gonna continue to have this fight for years and years over something simple that could have been worked out had one of y'all been an adult and came up with a solution that could work. Like, to communicate that and say, okay, well, that's fine, but if I forget, could you remind me or could you just take it out yourself? Like, you have to actively work towards a solution together. You cannot be waiting on the other one to be like, well, I was waiting on you to come up with. Like, that's not nobody's job to single-handedly come up with the solution because now that is control.
Yeah.
If it's only one person that want to come up with all the solutions, and y'all are not okay, that is a control issue.
That's narcissistic.
Like a little bit.
More
My
of the
way
story,
to the highway is a little.
my way or the highway,
Oh,
not to the highway.
well,
More of the
that's where you're gonna
story.
be going if you don't get it done. Like,
More of the story. If you feel like your woman or your man is a nagger, then I think that you both have a problem and you should sit down and communicate your problems with each other so y'all can work past that. Because the faster that y'all can work past the little stuff, the better life will be in the long run.
no, yeah, I agree. I think that people need to. I think I just go back to people have to learn how to focus on how to communicate. Because I think and I say that only because I think communication get tossed out a lot and people don't explain what it is because we feel like, oh well, I can't tell. Yes, I can't tell you exactly. Like I can give you a step by step direction on how you need to be talking to your spouse because again, that's different traumas, different backgrounds, different
Different
experiences.
strokes for different folks.
Yeah, like I don't know how that man want to be talked to. You've been with him. How you should know at this point. And if y'all in a new relationship, that is something that y'all need to be constantly having a conversation about.
We're
Understand
gonna
his
have
traumas.
another one of these conversations too.
What?
Communication.
Yeah, because
It's
I think
about
it's
time again to have another communication topic.
yeah because
It's
it's
very important when it comes to marriage.
it is just and because it affects how healthy the relationship is going to be if y'all can't communicate, especially through the simple stuff. Like again, if y'all arguing over trash and who's doing what, at this point, y'all need to sit down and really find structure because clearly somewhere I think the relationship is going to lack structure. Like it should be clear what you expect of her. She shouldn't be like, well, why you mad and blowing up at me because I didn't have dinner ready. If you expect your dinner to be cooked by the time you get home from work or at least be started, as crazy as some women might be like, I dare him come think that some men could want that. And that is okay.
That's right.
He needs to be able to communicate that. Some women may say, hey, I'm not going to cook all the time. Could you help me? Could some days we switch off? You help me cook and we switch off. Those are things that need to be communicated. If you know you with a man who's more on a traditional old school standpoint, then you have to expect certain things.
Well, let's not get too deep into the communication conversation because that is another episode.
Oh, my bad.
And we can go so far into this and we can take this and go so long. Pause.
Okay,
About
so
communication.
yeah, so just know it's not just communicating. Know how to communicate with your spouse.
Mm-hmm.
Like know what that communication looks like. It's not just we talk or I said it or
it's learning how to because there's levels of communication and people see like that's what I'm saying because I'm like females feel like because you came home and told me about your day and old girl that you don't like at work, that's communicating. And it's like, no, that's not communicating. You're just talking at this moment. But see, like that's why I'm like, if we can't get into the communication thing right now because it's so much. So before we decide to want to make this a whole nother hour, do you have a rant for this week?
It has not been no hour.
It's almost about to be an hour though. Do you have a rant for this week? Because communication is it's a good episode. So it's like, yeah, we continue to talk, bro. We're gonna keep going.
I hope y'all got something out this episode because I feel like.
And if you don't come in our comment section being a nagger. like
You make me choke. No. Oh wow.
If you watched it all the way through, put nagger up in the comment section.
I can't stand him for real. Yo, I feel like I did have I don't remember what it was though. I was worrying about something earlier. I just don't remember what it was. Between Diddy and I don't know, but it's been a lot happening. So I really don't remember what it was.
True.
It's been a lot going on.
All I
So
do know is Angel Reese is trash.
why is this? You know what I'm saying? Why would you choose violence like this?
I choose violence. I didn't choose violence. If the girl is trash, the girl is trash.
Why so?
Because she could throw up 12 shots and 10 of the rebounds gonna be from the shots that she missed. When you go 22%, I think it's exactly 22.9% on missing like for a layup, and you're 6'3", you're trash. You are a power forward.
Wow.
Your position as a power forward is to grab rebounds and hit layups. She just throw them up there like a prayer, bro. Like, I watched the highlight.
Yes, he said like a prayer.
She just be praying. I watched the highlight. The girl threw the ball up, got blocked, grabbed her own rebound, decided to throw it back up again, got blocked again, grabbed the rebound again. Finally got open, took the shot, missed the goal, grabbed her rebound again, went up for another shot. So in this whole 5-second process, she didn't look to see if any teammate was open. She didn't try to pass it. She didn't even take a dribble. She didn't pump fake. She didn't do nothing. When your plus and minus when you on the bench is a negative 11, that means that you're a detriment to your team. You're not supposed to be in the negative. That means that your team suck ass when you get in the game. Yeah. They instantly go down by 10 points when you're in the game. That's not good. And I feel like that, like, these are the conversations that don't nobody want to have, because it's like, y'all want to talk about women's basketball. All right, we here. We talking about it. Now it's an issue.
Now.
We're talking about the women's sports, but now it's an issue with how we're talking about the women's sports.
Yeah.
Why are we only talking about her and Caitlin Clark when you got AJ Green, AJ Wilson? I don't know, but you got all these other players that are actually better than these two women.
Yeah.
And also, newsflash: Angel Reese is not the only black woman in the WNBA. Mm-hmm. To where y'all just, oh my gosh, they're being so racist towards her. So they're not being racist towards none of the other black people. I'm just wondering, like, when we, like, if y'all want us to talk about the sport, then let us talk about the sport.
Yeah, no, I think people are that, because you saying that made me remember my room. I think people are looking, you're going to find what you're looking for anywhere you're looking for it. If you're looking for a race thing, you're probably going to find one if that's what you're looking. If you're looking to make everything about race and, oh my God, this racism, 9 times out of 10 you're going to find it. Everything is not a race issue.
Hell, she even losing in the race.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
You
like,
talking about like racism. I thought you were talking about running.
No, I'm saying racism, like everything is not, it's not a, if you suck, you suck. Yeah. Like, if you're not the best player, you're not the best player. Why does it always have to come down? If a white person is a better player, then she's just a better player. Like, it's not racist to say that. Like, she's just a better player. It is what it is. Like, I think people are so fixated, and more so our people are fixated on everything being race. If you don't win, especially if you bring another race into it, it's like, oh, we have to go with I ain't got to go with you because you black.
Hell nah, because Larry Bird was better than Magic Johnson.
Ooh.
Oh no, but that's what dudes kind of sort of on the board with that. Dudes don't have an issue with judging people by their actual game, their talent. Because we're talking about sports. Sports is about a talent.
Stats don't lie.
It doesn't.
So,
when you go 0 for, when you got 0-7 and 0, I don't think she know what an assist is.
But she also, like, I've heard more about her personally and just like the race thing than I've heard about her in the game. So that kind of tells me everything I need to know.
You know what she did during the off season? She started a podcast. Oh. So last year you was trash, You didn't spend no time and do nothing to perfect your game. She had Lisa Leslie on there. Lisa Leslie told her, she asked Lisa Leslie, what is something that you feel like I should work on for the next season? She told her layups. You missed too many wide open layups. You missed too many layups. Do you think she worked up on it? No, because her statistics went down further than what it was.
How you have the Lisa? And baby, I love me some Lisa Leslie. Listen, come on, I grew up on her. Listen. So I had, baby, she had me thinking I was out here balling at 5'2",
But then they
okay?
also have the professional women basketball players that are legends.
Yeah.
They're making them seem like that they don't know what they talking about.
I
It's
know,
like,
yeah.
don't disrespect Cheryl Swoops.
Yeah, that's
Cheryl Swoops put the WNBA on her back multiple times.
legit.
Lisa Leslie put the WNBA on her back multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
They know what's a baller and who's not a baller.
Facts. Mm-hmm.
So can we get out the whole race thing and can we actually talk about the talent? Because then it makes it more interesting.
They can't because a lot of them don't even watch it. So, like, you can't keep talking about. They don't watch it. That's why they don't get paid. Nobody's watching it. That's what I'm saying. Y'all want to go off race, but nobody really. The women who are complaining about it are not watching women's basketball. That's what I'm like. Listen,
I wouldn't even know what time it come on. Women basketball seemed like it come on like at an awkward time, like 12 in the afternoon.
I used to watch back
3
in the
o'clock in the
days, but
morning.
not like
come on weirdly.
weirdly. Yeah, I haven't. I used to, but like way back, but not. It ain't been nobody I care to really watch.
Yeah, sounds like
So,
Skylar Diggins and all of them been out the league. Yeah, the league
yeah.
ain't been the same.
So, but yeah, no, that I think people need to be careful about what they're looking for. Like at this point, everybody's fixated on race, and that's what made me remember my rant. Because baby, not y'all coming from Miss Tab. That lady don't do nothing for nobody. Like, how y'all want to be mad at Miss Sunshine herself? Okay, like because she came out about the DEI at Target and how it's affecting Black businesses. Well, guess what? It is. And second of all, most of the people who are boycotting Target don't even know. First of all, let's be clear. Y'all not real Target shoppers. Y'all was just over there trying to see what the Target shoppers was really doing. Y'all was in our business. We didn't ask for y'all to come over there. Because me, I'm still going to Target faithfully. Okay? Very much so. Y'all ain't stopped. I was just at Target the other day. I ain't stopped nothing. However, a lot of people don't even understand what DEI is. So, because if you did, you will understand that never had anything to do with us. That was never about us. And if you happen to be one of those people when they start rolling it out for us to meet a quota, you will understand that you were also the first fired. So, with saying that, I will say this. We are the reason why we could never get further. We are affecting Black businesses. People have fought to be able to be in these spaces for us. This at this point is disrespectful to everybody who has put and sacrificed for us to be in these major chains and in these stores and on these commercials and in these spaces for us to now tear it down and say we don't care. And not only are y'all saying y'all don't care, but y'all are not supporting the people at all. Y'all are not going to their websites and buying the stuff. Y'all are not finding other revenues to go do it. And because guess whose businesses are not going down? Guess who still is getting brand deals with the Targets and the Walmarts? Everybody else but us. Everybody else that don't look like us is still getting it. All the white companies are still thriving. It's only us. That is a problem. And then on top of that, y'all stop shopping at Target to go to Walmart, to go back to Walmart, who started rolling DEI back way before it was even a conversation to roll it back. That don't even make any sense. And they 10 toes down behind it. Like, they don't care about y'all selective outrage. Because remember during Christmas time and Black Friday, wasn't nobody supposed to be shopping at Walmart because they was already starting it. Now all of a sudden, because Target started it, now are we going back to Walmart? Y'all are still, all of these stores are still rolling back. It doesn't matter. It was never even for us anyways. Again, y'all say, well, we're not going to be a part of any fights that's not our fight, and yet here you are being a part of a fight that's not even your fight. That's that part for me. That doesn't make any sense. But don't tear down Black businesses on the way because you ain't nothing and you can't be nothing and you don't know what it is to fight and strive and to actually accomplish something.
Mm-hmm.
That's not fair to the Black creators. That's not fair to the Black businesses who have fought to get in these spaces to prove that they should be in these places. We talk about nobody wants to give us a chance. And I honestly see why these people, like the bigger brands and the bigger stores and the white people and all these big companies don't want us in their spaces. And I see why they don't want us around and they don't want to give us a chance because we come with too much drama. We come with too much chaos. And we don't know how to act nowhere.
At all.
We always bring negativity anywhere we go. It always has to be our way or the highway. And the way we choose to communicate it is always wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why, and then as soon as it doesn't go our way, we're like, oh, it's racist. It's racism.
No, it's called propaganda.
Like, no, this is y'all with the crab in the bucket mentality. Y'all don't know how to get anywhere. Y'all don't know how to fight for something and actually succeed and get there. Like, that is the problem. This is why we won't never get anywhere. And then people are like, oh, they're trying to take everything away from us. Y'all are letting them. Y'all are advocating. Please understand, every time something gets burnt down or taken down from racism, the plantations, everybody running around here talking about it should have been gone, please understand that you're erasing the history. Because in the next few years, y'all ain't going to be able to keep talking about racism because guess what? It doesn't exist. It's not going to be a thing because guess what? There's going to be no proof of it.
Speaking
and y'all are
racism,
okay with it. Y'all are okay with letting them take it in our face. And then we're going to be like, y'all took it. No, y'all took it because y'all didn't want the monuments up. Y'all didn't want the plantations up. Y'all didn't want certain things out. That is y'all. We're trying to silence things and we want things erased because it's not fair. Life ain't fair. So when they take it, I don't want to hear any more complaining because either you're for it and we're going to show that we really are the strong Black people we claim to be, or you're going to continue to have a victim mentality and nothing that they do will ever be enough. But at the same time, you're erasing your own history.
Then you're not even trying to make a way for yourself to even get past it.
Yeah, talking about DEI, but you still go to these people's job every day and clock in. You talking about DEI, but you still send your kids to these public schools knowing that the public school system ain't nothing. You talking about DEI, but you still shop at the same stores that's not even giving you real food. You talk about DEI, but you still go to every restaurant who's been rolled that bag. Like, y'all ain't boycotted nothing worth importance.
Mm-mm.
But Target and y'all dragging Tab for speaking out when she made the bestseller list. So she didn't have to say nothing about nothing to nobody because she made it. Her stuff is going to be in stores because her stuff is not for everybody because y'all not buying $8 seasoning.
Because y'all out here using that great value seasoning. I be watching y'all videos up on these social media showing that food, and y'all be sitting over here with that great value seasoning. I'm like, boy, I tell you, you out here using great
And
value.
it's a bunch
Lowry's.
yeah, and it's a lot of Black seasoning companies that actually have dope products. It's a lot of dope Black creators out here that you can get the same things from. We got these cups from O Custom. She does custom cups. She's a Black owned business. We're Black owned business. Hunt Life Co. We sell T-shirts. I have healing books. I have a children's books that's for little boys. Like, y'all claim to care, but y'all don't care. Mr. Humbo's does car detailing so y'all can stop going to get these high car notes from people who don't care about DEI. They got y'all paying ridiculous house prices for a car so y'all can learn to keep y'all car and love y'all car by giving y'all those new car feels. We have Limitless Beauty, who sells Black handmade soaps and skincare products. It is a bunch. Tabitha does a lot. She has TV shows. She has seasons. She does a lot of stuff. I'm tired of the complaints from the Black community, because it's like, I don't know what happened since COVID, but it's like all we do is complain.
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all got to stop complaining and actually, like, can we work together? Can we
know
like each other enough?
Some naggers. Like, they just be nagging, bro. Like, oh, what kind of Black person is you? Oh, you a nagger. I knew it. You just be complaining, man. Don't nobody care about y'all complaints. Like, that's why
we're hurting it. We're hurt. The crazy point is they're letting us hurt our own self, and we don't even see it.
It's called propaganda. People don't understand that they're falling for the propaganda. The same ones that's supposed to be trying to help you think that you're gonna win is the same ones keeping you in the same victim mindset.
Yeah.
So if you continue to believe what the liberals and all of them is saying, then by all means, stay on that same
celebrities,
road. Like, hey, but we all out here trying to separate. Y'all want to put up a separation. That's the separation.
That's the separation, because it's happening. It's time to start separating. What kind are you? Like, because I don't support all Black businesses. I don't support everything just because you're Black. I don't care about the struggle of all Black people. Honestly, I don't.
Hey, Jesus didn't take everybody, so who said I gotta love everybody?
That part.
All skin folks ain't kin folks, man.
That part.
Hey, but with that being said, I'm Hunt.
I'm Kiki.
This is the Hunt Life Podcast. Hunt Life.
Live dreams. Bye, y'all.
What's good, people? Before y'all leave, don't forget to like, share, and comment. Oh, and follow us at
Hunt Life the Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, and here on YouTube. Please hit the subscribe button. You can also find me at I'm the Key on Instagram, and you can follow us on Hunt Life Co. on Instagram and TikTok.
And you can find me on Mr. Hunt Bubbles on everywhere. Mr. Hunt Bubbles on everything, and also Hunt Files. And don't forget, if you got any comments or any statements or anything that you want to leave us, you can always find us up on Instagram and Hunt Life, the podcast. Have a great day, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Hunt Life, live dreams.